Hello, Aries. This is Sin with Big Moon Energy. I am going to be doing you guys' weekly tarot reading, and that will be from May 26th to June 1st. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these out, and I'm going to do my take on a mini Celtic spread. So I'm going to shuffle these and then we'll lay them out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lay these out, and then afterwards I'll hold up each card individually so you can see what's going on. I'm going to lay these two out together. They came out together, and I am being pulled to leave these two together, so that is how we're going to do that. All right. Okay, Aries, let's get into this. So first off, in the U position, we've got the moon. Now, that being said, I feel like this could kind of lean in a bit of a spiritual way. We'll have to see what the other cards are here. We've got a lot of fives though, like in a row. I know you guys can't see it, but we have a 5 up top, the 5 with the High Priest, which is the Hierophant, and then the 5 of Cups down here. So we've got a 5 all in a line, 5, 5, 5. Now, what is crossing you, kind of like your challenge or your opposition, is the High Priest. That being said, with the moon, I feel like you guys have been working on some spiritual practices, actually. And this doesn't just have to be spiritual, but I feel like you guys have been working on some practices and you're kind of struggling with it. Like, you're struggling on which way do I move forward? Is this the right path for me? Is this the right path for me? I feel like there's been a lot of inner turmoil. Now, solidifying that, we've got the 5 of Wands, and this is in the what you know position. The 5 of Wands signifies a lot of inner strife. Like, the 5 of Wands really does signify, like, kind of being in your own head a lot, and kind of like having some arguments or like thoughts that like you're not having with other people. It's just you, it's just inner. Now, going off of that, for the recent past, 2 cards came out, and that's why I'm keeping them both. We have the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. Now, back to this 5 of Wands energy right here, also having this 9 of Swords. That is like a lot of worry. That is a lot of like true just like anxiety. You're staying up at night. Like you're having a hard time like just balancing things and just feeling comfortable. Like you were in a state of worry. Now, this is the past that's affecting the future. So I can see that there have been a lot of things that you have really been kind of stressing out about. Like you really are just kind of like overwhelmed at this moment. Now, skipping ahead a little bit though, because I am, reading all of the cards kind of as is together. Your outcome is the Lord of Shadows. And in this deck, that is death. So having that and the High Priest together, that's really about closure and a cycle ending, Aries. Like, this is a lot about moving forward and where do you want to move forward from where you're at now. Now, we have the Root, and this is the 5 of Cups. Now, with that being said, though, I feel like there's been a big loss that you've had, and it's hurt you, and that's kind of like what is driving these issues that you've got going on. Like this moon that as the U position, it's kind of like driving you to look within, and that can be painful, but it's not, that's a good thing. Whenever we're going in and being introspective, the moon also, this is a card too, whenever it comes out in certain positions, that I like to be like, also this is kind of about like hidden knowledge. And I feel like because you've got the High Priest, I feel like you're trying to tap into like this higher knowledge, and you're trying to get that done and out and ready and talked with and all of that. And that is kind of where you're stagnant, is because you've got a lot of inner stuff going on. And so you're kind of like not tapping into your intuition like you would like. And so I feel like you just feel like you don't know all of the pieces to the story. Now, with your immediate future, we've got the Seven of Cups. And with the Seven of Cups, that's a lot of possibilities. But I do want to say this. Not all of the possibilities that you have coming for you, though, are tangible. With the Seven of Cups, you need to be very weary of making a decision, but you need to be thinking, some of these decisions are just delusions. Like with the Seven of Cups, some of the ideas are just not actually real. They're not going to pan out. And so with that being your immediate future, I definitely feel like you need to, you really need to be thinking about what you're wanting to do moving forward. Like there's definitely a little bit of like, you're going to have to really focus on what you're doing and think about what you're doing, because with the Seven of Cups, there's a lot of delusion. There's a lot of choices. There's a lot of deciding if you've made the right choice. But in this position where we're at with this reading, I'm just going to tell you to be very careful to not follow any kind of delusions. Even with you as the moon, I feel like that itself could lead you astray, having the moon as the you energy. Like, because I feel like in some ways you're with the Seven of Cups, you're going to have to think really, really clearly. Now, for your advice from Spirit, we've got the Page of Pentacles. And this is a beautiful card. I love the Page of Pentacles because this is a lot about manifesting and ambition. This is also like, to me, this is foundation building too. So like with Page of Pentacles coming out as your advice from Spirit, I feel like Spirit is being like, you've been in it, you're trying to move forward. Spirit is giving you the green light to move forward. Spirit also with this Death card as your outcome. Spirit is ready for you to close a cycle, end a cycle, have a rebirth, and start a new plan. Like Spirit is ready for you to move forward in a new way. And Spirit's giving you the green light with this Page of Pentacles. Like overall, this is a really good reading, Aries. I just feel like there's been a lot of emotional turmoil that you're now having to deal with, and you need to be careful about your decisions moving forward. You need to be very mindful of the decisions that you are making as you move forward with your plan. I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 Animal Spirit Oracle cards. Sometimes these tie in, sometimes they don't. I like to do these to kind of leave a little bit of a more positive note at the end of the reading. Oh, yeah. So we've got Swan Spirit, and this is time for a deep dive. And I really am getting that with like the fact that you've got the moon and the high priest crossing you. Like it's about to be a lot of inner work that's going to be leaving you with a new outlook on what you want to do with your life. Like it's more of like this is very like foundation building in the sense of like the choices that you make now, they really are going to affect your long-term future, not just for now. That's another reason why with the Seven of Cups, be careful of delusions for sure. And then we've got Turtle Spirit. And this is slow and steady wins the race. And I feel like Spirit is kind of telling you, sometimes things take time. Sometimes things take more time than what we would want. And I feel like people can tend to get discouraged in that. But Spirit is being like, it's okay. It's going to work out. This is this rebirth. This is what we're doing. And Aries, I know you guys can do it. I hope that this reading resonates with you. I hope you have a great week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.